Chris and Christy McGuire and his sister Chelsea. Chris has been in the Panther baseball program for 4 years, and he has played on varsity all 4 of those years. Chris is undecided about his plans after high school. His most memorable baseball moment is when he was doing a janitor throw into the net during batting practice, and he missed the net and hit Coach Greeny. Thankfully, Coach still let him bat leadoff. Chris will miss the team, the coaches, the fans, the atmosphere for baseball, and making great memories with friends. Ladies and gentlemen, number 2, Chris McGuire. Our next senior is number 4, Ashton White. Ashton is being escorted by his mother, Melissa, and stepdad, Keith Maney, his father, Rick, and stepmom, Shannon White, and his sisters, Kelsey, Katie, and Sydney. Ashton has been a member of the baseball program for 4 years. 3 of those years were as a varsity member. Upon graduation, Ashton will pursue a career in insurance sales. His long-term plan is to own an insurance agency one day. Ashton's 2 most memorable baseball moments are his walk-off hits against East Henderson and Smoky Mountain. He says he will miss all the great coaches he has had, especially Coach Greeny and Coach Philly. Let's have another round of applause for number 4, Ashton White. Our next senior is number 5, Bradley Stiles. Bradley is being escorted by his parents, David and Barbara Stiles, and by his sister, Delaney and Anna. Bradley has been in the Panther baseball program for 4 years. 2 of those years were as a varsity member. Next year, Bradley plans to attend Haywood Community College to study electrical engineering. Bradley's most memorable baseball moment is hitting his first home run and getting a hug from his dad as he rounded third base. He says what he will miss most about baseball is the bond he has built with the coaches and his teammates. Ladies and gentlemen, number 5, Bradley Stiles. Our next senior is number 6, Braxton Myra Knipple. Braxton is being escorted by his mother, Suzanne Hughes, his father, Johnny Myra Knipple, and by his twin sister, Savannah. Braxton has been in the Panther baseball program for 4 years. 3 of those years were as a varsity member. Upon graduation, Braxton plans to attend college at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where he plans to double major in psychology and Portuguese. Braxton's most memorable baseball moment is striking out one of his travel ball teammates while playing for FHS. Braxton will most miss being on the pitcher's mound. Let's have another round of applause for number 6, Braxton Myra Knipple. Our next senior is number 7, Kellen Stiles. Kellen is being escorted by his parents, Jamie and Tammy Stiles, and by his brother, Riker. Kellen has been in the Panther baseball program for 1 year, and that year has been as a varsity member. After graduation, Kellen plans on attending University of North Carolina at Charlotte. His most memorable baseball moment is making 2 big catches in the outfield when he played East Henderson. And when asked what he will miss most about Panther baseball, he said he'll miss hanging out with Mike Gibson every day. Ladies and gentlemen, number 7, Kellen Stiles. Our next senior is number 8, Dawson Green. Dawson is being escorted by his mother, Sheila Green, his father, Todd Green, and his sister, Brittany Strickland. Dawson has been in the Panther baseball program for 1 year, and that year has been a varsity member. Next year, Dawson plans to attend law school at UNC Chapel Hill and practice to become a professional golfer. His most memorable moment is hitting dingers during batting practice. When asked what he'll miss most about Panther baseball, he also said seeing Mike Gibson every day. Ladies and gentlemen, number 8, Dawson Green. Our next senior is number 18, Nicholas Sanders. Nicholas is being escorted by his parents, Rodney and Renee Sanders, his brother Nathan, and his sister Katie. Nicholas has been in the Panther baseball program for 4 years. 2 of those years were as a varsity member. Upon graduation, Nicholas plans to attend Western Carolina University. Nicholas's most memorable baseball moment is hitting his first home run during batting practice. He says what he will miss most about baseball is the relationship that exists between the players and the coaches. Ladies and gentlemen, number 18, Nicholas Sanders. Our next senior is number 22, Kevin Cabe. Kevin is being escorted by his parents, Lane and Debbie Cabe, and by his sister, Susanna. Kevin has been in the Panther baseball program for 4 years, and 2 of those years have been as a varsity member. After graduation, Kevin plans on attending Haywood Community College to obtain a forestry degree. His most memorable baseball moment is getting hit in the mouth with a baseball during pregame warm-up during his freshman year. When asked what he will miss most about Panther baseball, he said he'll miss getting to pitch and strike people out. Ladies and gentlemen, number 22, Kevin Cabe. Last but certainly not least is number 27, Miles McClure. Miles is being escorted by his parents, Byron and Heather McClure, and by his brother, Max. Miles has been in the Panther baseball program for 2 years, and he has played on the varsity both of those years. Following graduation, Miles plans on attending Western Carolina University, where he is going to play basketball. His most memorable baseball moment is when Dawson Green hit his first BP home run during practice. When asked what he will miss most about Panther baseball, Miles said the atmosphere in the locker room and the coaching staff. Ladies and gentlemen, number 27, Miles McClure. Please join me in giving all of our seniors a round of applause. These boys will certainly be missed, and we wish them the best of luck with anything they choose to pursue. We will always be proud of these Panthers.
That's the senior night festivities here at McConnell Field. Getting set for some Mountain 7 Conference baseball action. West Henderson and Franklin. Coming up, we'll have the introduction of both lineups and the playing of our national anthem here in just a few moments. Just about ready for Mountain 7 Conference baseball action. George Young alongside Ryan Haley. Here's the starting lineup with the West Henderson Falcons. They'll bat first as they are the visiting team. They come into tonight's action with an impressive mark of 17-3 and 9-1 in the Mountain 7 Conference. On the mound, you see him warming up for the Panthers. I would say he's been the ace for Coach Jared Greenwood. That's Dawson Plouffe. In 9 games, he's got a 4-2 record, a 2.80 ERA. And Ryan, what's most impressive is that walk to strikeout ratio, 38 Ks and only 16 walks.
Yeah, that's a mark of a successful pitcher. When you have especially more Ks per innings pitch and you keep your hits down with a 1-to-1 ratio, but keeping the walks down, that gives, number one, your defense a chance. Keep them live on the field and give them a chance to get ground balls and make good plays. Dawson's been really outstanding this year, and actually it was by a big surprise because I don't think Jared or Coach Greenwood knew what he had in him as a pitcher, but he's absolutely taking control of the staff.
Well, just about ready to get this Mountain 7 Conference baseball game underway. As you just saw, the senior night festivities here at McConnell Field. All the seniors were honored. The West Henderson Falcons have a chance to seal up the Mountain 7 Conference Tournament Championship with a win tonight. Standing in will be Jackson Lyda for the Falcons. Left-handed batter is Lyda. As Plouffe gets ready for the first pitch, that one is sent into left field. Camping under it, Tyler Williams. He'll make the play for the first out.
That was a great start to the inning there. 1 pitch, 1 out. Gives Dawson a lot of confidence knowing that he can get the ball around the zone. His defense has absolutely played a lot better than it has at the beginning of the season. Jackson Lyda is one of their top hitters, sophomore. Hopefully Dawson can stay in his groove here.
1 gone. That'll bring to the plate Alex Anderson for the Falcons. That one's in the dirt for ball 1.
hopefully Dawson gets pretty economical with his pitches and keep his pitch count down.
Plouffe deals. That one is fouled off at the plate. Evens it up at a ball and a strike.
You know, George, one of the things that I see with Dawson that makes him very successful is, number one, he hides the ball very well. And usually for a hitter who can't pick up the pitch quick enough, it makes him late. And number two, he gets a lot of run on his fastball, and he throws strikes.
Plouffe kicks and fires. The 1-1 is sent foul. Ball, 2 strikes.
Good start here. We always want our pitchers to get ahead. Kind of keeps the hitter guessing, and you can actually waste a pitch here. We talked about that all season. Let's see what Dawson does.
Plouffe, long look in to Davis Anders. The 1-2 is high. It evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's a very good pitch with the 1-2 count. You want to kind of go up and down with the hitter's eyes. So hopefully we may see an off-speed pitch here.
2-2. Popped up, and that one's going to reach the seats. Stays alive at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 gone here in the top half of the first inning on senior night at McConnell Field. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Runs it full, 3-2.
One of the things about Coach Jackie Korn, and I've known him from a long time, coached against him, he's going to coach his hitters very hard and, just to know the strike zone very well.
3-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Plouffe adds to that 38K total, now at 39, and it's the second out of the inning. That'll bring to the plate Jake Lindsay, the first baseman for the Falcons. Good start so far for Plouffe. Lindsay is going to stand into the left-handed batter's box.
I think he caught him by surprise. I think he was looking breaking pitch.
That one misses.
Jake Lindsay's one of the top hitters in the conference. Very strong hitter.
1-0. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. As we go along, there's a lot of scenarios when it comes to playoff action, which begins a week from tonight on May 10th. Ryan Haley's going to let us know all the scenarios that may make your head spin as that one goes back towards the soccer field. And the Panthers actually added a game tomorrow. They're going to be hosting the North Buncombe Blackhawks here at McConnell Field. I believe that's a 6 o'clock start tomorrow. 1-2. Pops the mitt just outside the zone for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jake Lindsay.
That's tough for Dawson. He stoned strikes. He threw a good pitch there. Did not get the umpire's attention.
2-2.
There we go.
Rings him up on the outside corner for strike 3. 1, 2, 3. Go the West Henderson Falcons in the top half of the first inning. We head to the home half and a scoreless game. Stay with us, fans.
That was a great start. Holy cow.
Everything all good? We good now? Hey, it could be yours. I just gave it to you. Billy just brought it by, and I've got Chick-fil-A, so you can drink it if you want.
Anders Custom Woodworking will make sure your specific needs are met. Give Tim Anders a call at 828-42-4222.
There we go. So we've got, they don't put pitching stats online, so I don't have any stats for them.
Right.
Hi, everybody, and welcome in.
I do know Whitaker's our number 2. And
Football.
2.
True.
Do what?
But it's good to just go out there and win.
Shauna Thun Lamb and family would like to wish all the best to the Panther teams competing this spring. The mother of an FHS student and a graduate of Franklin High, Shauna has been working almost 22 years for the Clerk of Court's office. On May 17th, vote Lamb for Macon County Clerk of Court.
Check, check. Welcome back, fans. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Christopher McGuire will lead things off. A senior on senior night just got honored. Here's the opening pitch at the bottom of the first, and that one misses. 4-1.
Jordan Whitaker is one of the top pitchers, top 2 pitches with a good live fastball.
1-0. Back to the screen. Evens it up, at a ball and a strike.
What we like to call those type of pitchers is a very loose arm. One of the big things about him is, again, pitch control, aggressive in the zone. You know, our hitters have been doing a good job hitting the fastball all year. Comes the pitch.
1-1 is low and outside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. 3-1 to Christopher McGuire.
Good start. I know Coach Korn, he is extremely ecstatic with the staff that he has. One guy we will not see tonight.
3-1 is tapped towards short. Over to first. Close play, and Lyda gets him. Jackson Lyda with a nice throw from short to get Christopher McGuire. 6-3 goes the Panthers center fielder. Going to bring Ian Knepp to the plate, the shortstop.
Yeah, talking about his staff. Truett Manuel, who's a sophomore, who is the actually principal's son, Luke Manuel. He's a big arm sophomore, high 80s, touches 90. We've got a few more years to see him.
Stretch and the pitch, and there for a strike. 0-1 the count to Ian Knepp. Davis Anders on deck. Came back a little late, didn't get the lineup for Coach Greenwood up on screen. 0-1 is a little low for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ian Knepp. Regular lineup, Coach Greenwood tonight. 1-1. Ball, 2 strikes to Ian Knepp.
Ian's been a big spark plug for Coach Greeny, for the fact that when they brought him up from JVs, which people thought that he was ready, and he was ready. He has really set himself in the lineup at the top of the order, doing a great job.
1-1. Pop foul. That'll reach the seats. Ball, 2 strikes to Ian Knepp. Malachi Hayes in the cleanup spot. 1-2. Reached and couldn't come up with it. Gets away from the catcher. Going to throw him out. Tough play, and they got him. Alex Anderson, the catcher for the Falcons, able to throw out a speedy Ian Knepp for out number 2 in the inning. That'll bring Davis Anders to the plate.
Yeah, he's got a great arm, the catcher does. Watching him pregame, just throwing ropes to all the bases. It's very, very veteran. Just a good battery mate for all our pitchers, or for their pitchers, not our pitchers.
Anders waits, fouls off the first offering.
Now Davis, after a very hot start in the season, is kind of a little bit on the slide right now. He's just, I don't know what it is. Maybe the ball is just kind of a little too small, or he's not really reading the pitches better. Maybe it's the heat. Who knows? He's trying to get on track here.
0-1 is sent towards the hot corner. Going to be scooped up by Engel to first. Got him. Jake Lindsay with the dig at first, and 1-2-3 go the Panthers in the bottom half of the first inning. We are scoreless at McConnell Field as we head to break. Stay with us. Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2. Check 1-2. Welcome back, fans, as we head to the top of the second inning. Scoreless here at McConnell Field. The West Henderson Falcons will send the middle part of the order to the plate as Jackson DeChesney, along with Lucas Korn and Jordan Whitaker, the pitcher, slated to bat 4, 5, and 6 in the Falcon order, as the first offering is low for ball 1.
Looks like the umpires, he's hoping to get these pitchers up a little bit in the zone, not calling those low strikes.
1-0 up the middle, base hit. Coming right at you is Chris McGuire from the center field position will field it. And that's the first hit off of Dawson Plouffe tonight. And the first base runner for the Falcons. That'll bring to the plate Lucas Korn. Korn, the left fielder. He's a right-handed batter. And if your last name is Korn, you would think that, yeah, they would come up a little more creative nickname than Corn Dog, wouldn't it? I don't know. And Korn takes a strike.
I guess the hitter's a little bit distracted on that, but I don't know how you cannot hear that. But who knows? I'm sure he's heard it all season.
Oh, yeah. Here's the 0-1 from Plouffe. Runner bluffs.
Here we go.
Chopper fielded to second for 1 to first. Not in time. Knepp able to get the force at second. That'll be a fielder's choice for Korn. And he'll stand down at first. And there's one gone, as they'll bring the pitcher to the plate in Jordan Whitaker.
That was tough. Ashton got the feed. He had a hard time getting the ball out of his glove and try to get it out cleanly. And obviously we didn't get the double play there, but the lead out's huge.
A little outside for ball 1.
The good thing about Dawson, just seeing the first inning and a half, he's really working the plate. He's not wasting pitches. He's being aggressive, trying to get the ground ball right there to get outs.
Waiting the 1-0. Backs him off. 2-0.
That's a good pitch. You got a hitter crowding the plate. Sometimes it's tough to, I guess for the umpire to judge if that's over the plate or not, or you're hitting the corner. Excellent pitch. Hope to jam him to get a ground ball.
2-0. And therefore a strike. 2 balls and a strike to Jordan Whitaker, the Falcon hurler tonight. Falcons have a chance to wrap up the Mountain 7 Conference Championship regular season at 2-1. Runner bluffs in the dirt, ball 3.
Coach Korn's done a good job with his team. Some may say that last year's West team may underachieved a little bit, but one thing you're going to get out of Coach Korn, which obviously he was a great hire. They plucked him off North Henderson staff.
3-1. Towards third. Malachi Hayes fields to second. Not in time at first as it's off the glove of Bradley Stiles. They'll get the force at second. And Whitaker going to head down to second on the air.
Yeah, going back to Coach Korn, he's been a long time. He was a JV coach at North Henderson. He was an assistant coach under Justin King. We got to coach against each other for about a good decade. One thing I know about him, he's a former, Western Carolina player. He's a grinder. I know with this baseball team, I can just tell, one of the big things he's all preaching about is nutrition and the weight room. He communicates very well with this team, and they're obviously playing very well for him and going through a wall for Coach Korn. This is evident by their 17-3 record.
Truett Manuel now will be at the plate with 2 gone and a runner at second in Jordan Whitaker. You see him getting a lead, substantial lead, as Plouffe deals low and outside. Davis Sanders heads out to get that one and keeps the runner at second. 1 ball, no strikes to Truett Manuel.
I'm seeing a lot of backwards pitching here. Usually start with fastball, go curve. Dawson's going the opposite.
1-0 in there for a strike.
Which is a good way to keep a hitter off balance. You know, a lot of times pitchers or hitters' first pitches, they look for fastballs. And if Dawson get that first pitch curveball over for strikes, it could be a long night for the West hitters.
1-1. Up the middle, base hit.
Chris Oaken firing.
They'll send the runner. Here comes the throw, and it's going to be late. A pretty good throw from Christopher McGuire out in center. But the speedy Jordan Whitaker will score from second and plate the first West Henderson run.
Yeah, Chris had a good throw on it. You know, a lot of times with the runner on second base, what we call in the coaching world is do or die. Tonight every run is very important, and I think Chris kind of squared up on the ball instead of coming, to his glove hand side and coming up quick at firing. Maybe had a quicker shot, but it was a great throw by Chris, just missed him.
It's going to bring Colin Ingle to the plate, a third baseman for the Falcons. 2 gone in the inning. Fastball paints the outside. Strike 1. Two hits in the inning off of Dawson Plouffe, who set down the Falcons 1-2-3 in the first. 0-1. Runner takes off. In the air, center field. McGuire going to camp under it. And he's going to make the play for the final out. Run comes across on a couple of hits. West Henderson Falcons will strand a runner. We head to the home half of the second. 1-0 Falcons. Back after this. Check, check, check. 1-2. Check. 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 Welcome back, fans, as we head to the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 West Henderson Falcons. Going to bring Malachi Hayes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom of the second inning. Ashton White and Dawson Plouffe to bat for Coach Greenwood, as now the Panthers find themselves trailing 1-0. And Malachi Hayes will take a strike.
Yeah, that umpire likes the way he pitches. He's calling those for a lot of strikes tonight so far. These hitters have got to see that.
Slow roller to Jinks at second. Over to first in time. 1 gone here in the home half of the second inning. That's going to bring Ashton White to the plate. White, the second baseman.
talked to Ashton a little bit yesterday at his practice. One of the things I told him that was very pleasing this year was how consistent he is. He just stayed pretty much the same wavelength the whole season.
White takes outside for ball one.
One of the issues last year is he started off really hot and just kind of tailed off and couldn't regain that. And he had a little period this
1-0, misses 2-0.
He had a little period to where, he was probably in a couple-game lull. He didn't let it bite him like it did last year, and he just got right back on it again and started hitting the ball hard.
Allen paints the zone. 2 balls and a strike to Ashton White.
Yeah, he's calling a lot of those higher pitches a little bit away.
2-1. Towards short. Jackson Lyda to first. A nice dig again by Jake Lindsay at first to retire White.
Yeah, you're going to see out of this West Henderson team extremely disciplined. They work on defense constantly at every practice to make sure, again, it helps your pitchers out. If you're watching the game tonight, you're going to see that they all have strong arms. They work on their long toss. It's not just pitchers. Everybody does.
Dawson Plouffe, the pitcher at the plate, takes a strike.
We can't panic here. It's only 1 run. You got to have 1 run to win anyway. So we got to keep working and try to get men on base.
0-1, and there for a strike.
And I hope Dawson saw that because that's another pitch a little bit away, a little bit up. You get those calls for him.
0-2. Doesn't chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Plouffe.
Yeah, still in the pitcher's count here, 1-2. Just saw a curveball. Looks like being called fastball here again.
1-2. In the air, center field. Manuel backing up, and he'll make the play. Nice shot from our center field camera. 1-2-3 go the Panthers in the bottom of the second. 1-0. West Henderson Falcons as we head to the top of the third right after this.
Sport Zone is your everyday low-price sporting goods supplier. We have the sports gear every athlete needs to be successful, from cleats, equipment, and protective gear to complete uniform sets. We even offer screen printing, laser engraving, and embroidery, as well as sublimated printing right here in Franklin. Don't race out of town to find the performance gear you need. We've lowered our prices throughout the store to give you the opportunity to shop local and score big. Come see us at Sport Zone.
We are Dalton's Christian Bookstore, North Carolina's largest Christian bookstore. We offer a wide range of gifts and apparel. Children will find a world of fun to explore in our interactive kids section. Dalton's has a huge inventory of Christian literature, including Bibles in all translations. Dalton's, your destination for inspiration.
Welcome back, fans, as we head to the top of the third inning here at McConnell Field. George Young along with Ryan Haley. And as Plouffe makes his final warm-up tosses, it's been kind of a strange night technically. We've got some folks pinch hitting on our camera positions tonight. And had some technical issues that we are working through, and I believe that Facebook, because we had some technical issues at the very beginning for about a minute, we weren't playing the audio we should be, and it was picking up some copyrighted music that was playing over the PA, and I don't know if anybody's watching on Facebook. It's still on. You can access it, but it's a little difficult to do because they evidently have blocked it or taken it down. First pitch is out of the zone for ball one. 1-0 the count to the leadoff man this inning, for West Henderson. That's Solomon Jinks, the second baseman. That one is low and outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count to the non-hole hitter Jinks. Top of the order, and Jackson Lyda on deck. And Alex Anderson to bat here in the top half of the third inning for West Henderson. 2-0 in the air, left field, and that one's going to fall for a base hit.
We got Ashton White in the game now.
Pitching?
Yes. So basically, the thought process behind what Coach Greeny and Randy Phillips wants to do is trying to run a bullpen game. And I can explain to you that here in a second, what they're trying to do.
Jackson Lyda will now bat. He flied out. If you just joined us, Dawson Plouffe began the game, pitched 2 innings. And now Ashton White is on the mound for Coach Jared Greenwood. Runner at first. Nobody out. As Lyda will see one sell out of the zone for ball 1.
So 2 things about a bullpen game. Number 1 is you're going to save your pitchers' pitches for the next night. So obviously, you want to save Dawson for the next night. Don't want to burn him out.
Here's the 1-0. 2-0.
And number 2, and we're hoping that each pitcher that does come in will throw strikes. It kind of unsettles the West Henderson hitters. You're not getting comfortable with the same pitcher the next at bat. So you got to see something new, see something different.
The 2-0, now a throw over to first and back safely.
So a lot of times when you see in Major League Baseball, like the new thing now, and Kevin Cash has started that, it's called a pitcher opener. It's where you get through the first few hitters.
2-0, 3-0.
To number 1, you can extend your true pitching or pitcher in long relief, more innings. But also, you're not going to be able to get a tell off your pitcher if he's, tipping pitches, or get locked in on the pitcher the way he's throwing or what kind of velocity.
3-0 pitch. And pops the mitt for strike 1.
And this is earlier than normal for Ashton. So sometimes, when the heat of the game going, Ashton comes in when there's tight spots late in the game. Right now it's still early, so maybe he's just trying to get settled in here.
3-1. And therefore a strike. Runs the count full, 3-2.
Now hopefully Ashton can make a good pitch here. I would assume, since the hitter kind of tosses bat away, this is a good umpiring crew right here. They may expand that zone just a little bit because umpires don't want to be showed up.
Runner at first. Nobody out. Payoff pitch. In the air. Right field. Going to be caught. Miles McClure on his horse. They can't double him up at first as scampering back Solomon Jinks. Out number 1 here in the top half of the third. That'll bring to the plate Alex Anderson. He struck out back in the second inning.
That was a huge shot because, again, here in our field, going to right field is tough for our outfitters, and Kellen did a really good job taking a beat on it and reading off the barrel. Had a chance to double him up, but it was a pretty tough angle to make that throw.
Go down to second and a little late.
I'm seeing a lot of these base runners from West Henderson. They're not taking big leads, but they're seeing something out of Ashton here. Ash is not really honoring these runners and just kind of going quick to home, and they're finding a good timing with that. Ash is, again, he's got to vary his looks. He's got to speed up. He's got to slow down. He's got to make a move because, again, every run tonight is going to matter.
1-0 and therefore strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Alex Anderson.
So when I say vary your looks, so that right there in that first pitch, he looks the runner a second one time. So right here, you may want to look twice. Or don't look at all. Go straight home.
1-1. Two balls and the strike to Anderson. That'll be a base hit into left field. Tyler Williams up with it quickly into the infield. That'll keep the runner at third. Runners on the corners for West Henderson. That'll bring to the plate Jake Lindsay.
And that's tough. You know, the thing is, with pitchers, you got to get ahead of the count. And when you're behind 2-1, 3-1, 3-0, 2-0, and you're not really getting your breaking pitch over pretty well, you know, these hitters are going to be sitting on a fastball.
Lindsay struck out. Happened back in the first inning. At a 1-2-3 first inning for Dawson Plouffe, who began the game. This is White now on the bump for the Panthers here on senior night.
We got a first and third situation. We'd like to see our corners on the infield. It's like Malachi's even.
Fouled off at the plate. 0-1 the count.
So instead of having an infield in, which is all four of your infielders on the grass, you know, we got one out. You got double play depth for your middle infield, your second base, and your shortstop. You want to see Malachi on the grass in case it's a hot shot. He could field it, look the runner, and make a good throw. Now he's playing deep. When you play deep, you get a ground ball. That's to give more of a beat for the runner to make a break for home.
Runner takes off at first. Outside, throw down to third. And they'll chase the runner back. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Runners at second and third now for the Falcons.
Right there, you can tell that runner at first base is ready to take off. A good, third to first. You know, quick move would have probably got that runner caught up in a rundown.
1-1. Into shallow center field. McGuire can't catch up to it. That'll score a run. As coming home to score is Solomon Jinks. And the Falcons take a 2-0 lead. Runners remain on the corners for the Falcons. And that'll bring to the plate Jackson DeChesney. And he is 1 for 1 so far in the game. Singled back in the second.
We don't need to panic here. We're in a first, third situation. Again, each run matters. I know Vash's arm's kind of tender or bottom a little bit. Keeps shaking it. Not sure what's happening here.
3 hits in the inning off of White for the Falcons. Swung on and missed at the plate. Runners stay put.
You kind of want to see a double move here. We got to catch that runner at first base moving.
0-1. That one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Falcon right fielder.
We got outfield playing deep. Probably no doubles with the runner first.
1-1. Base hit into right field. Scores another run. 3 straight singles. It's now 3-0 Falcons. It's going to bring to the plate Lucas Korn.
So Coach Phillips is coming to the mound. Usually when your head coach comes, it's going to be a pitching change. But I think what he's going to tell him here is just to settle down. This game's not away from us. Now I'm pretty sure he's going to tell him you got to hold the runners more. You're going too quick to the plate. You have not changed any momentum or any any kind of movement. Got to vary your looks. Got to keep them close to the bag.
We'll take a look at the schedule and then the standings. Didn't get a chance in the pregame with the senior night festivities. Added a game that's tomorrow, actually, here at McConnell Field against the North Buncombe Blackhawks. Panthers coming at 8-7 overall and 7-4 in the conference. And West Henderson has a chance to seal the conference championship tonight. They come in at 9-1. Actually play Tuscola on Friday night. So we get back to action here. Ashton White remains on the bump. Lucas Korn at the plate. Nice block by Davis Anders to keep the runners at bay. Want to know the count.
So we're going to talk about playoff projections here in a second. But for, right now we are still in the hunt to get an automatic bid for the playoffs. Depending on where we finish in our conference, we got to finish at least second place. We're in third, and the hope is we beat West tonight. Tuscola loses tonight.
1-0, 2-0. Lots of scenarios.
There are a lot of scenarios, and and our scenario is pretty tough. Just try to make it into an automatic bid. But we probably need to talk about, the overall making to the state playoffs, how the mathematics works.
2-0. And therefore a strike. 2-1 to count.
So the way the playoffs work and what the state has changed is now your record, your opponent's record, and your opponent's records factors into a strength of schedule, which factors into a numerical number that allows you in the playoffs.
2-1. Evens it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
So depending on how the conferences line up, so there are some conferences in our 3A West that has 10 teams, they'll get 3 automatic bids. We have 7 teams, so we get 2. And no matter where you finish, so if you're a 5th place team and
2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2 gone.
if you're a 5th place team and there's a team in 3rd place, but you have a better RPI rating, you'll get a higher ranking to make the playoffs. So you're pretty much thrown into a pool like a wild card.
It's going to be Jordan Whitaker, the pitcher, standing in. Reached on a fielder's choice. Came around to score the first run of the ball game. Happened back in the 2nd inning as that one is well outside the zone. And Davis Anders able to scoop that one, keep the runners at 1st and 2nd.
So in our scenario with the RPI, we are right now currently ranked 29, and 32 total teams make it into the 3A West.
1-0. Fouled off at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So I was telling you, George, earlier, the way it works is like last night, we didn't play a game. And from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., we went from 29 to 32 to 31 to 32 to 29, just because other teams were playing, which was affecting our rating.
And
so it's not a given.
One of the reasons why tomorrow night's game was scheduled 1-1. Fisted foul down the first baseline. Ball, 2 strikes. North Buncombe is in a similar scenario as Franklin.
They are. And so what makes it unique is for the fact that when the numbers work, and usually if I say 0.50, that is the standard making the playoffs. North Buncombe is 0.497. They're like right there. But they have one more game past us, and they can make the playoffs. And if we happen to drop our rating down, then North Buncombe can beat Madison and jump us into the playoffs.
2 on, 2 out, 1-2. Evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And the hard part about all that is the 32nd ranked team in the 3A is Tuscola. But one thing that Tuscola has working for itself is they're an automatic bid. So they're going to leap in front of everybody and push all the teams down.
If they finish in that 2nd slot. Yeah,
yes.
In the conference.
So even though we're 29th, we're really considered 30th.
2-2. Throw down to 2nd. Off the runner. Check the runner to make sure he's okay, as he got beamed with that throw from home. Looks like he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he's tough.
Jake Lindsay at 2nd. He can't advance. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
So when I say that .50 is the marker, we are .508. So it's like a fraction, and a loss can drop it, a win can raise it, and the type of opponent you have that's a good strength of schedule can also help raise it.
Payoff pitch. Fouled back. That's the thing. Teams that you have already played, you've got to be rooting for them to win.
You do.
And that's kind of strange, but that's the case.
Here comes Coach Greenwood coming out. Probably make a change here. Trying to keep the pitch count to a minimum. May need him for tomorrow night. But, yes, so one of the big surprises that we saw on our schedule, and we weren't sure how they're going to be, was Swain High School. Mm-hmm. Swain is ranked 3rd overall in 1A. So they have a really good record. Their strength of schedule is doing fine. And so, in reality, when you think, 1A school could hurt us, correct. But a lot of times when these 1A teams play the upper-level teams, like 2A, 3A, 4A, they usually take a lot of losses, which brings their rating down. But Swain has done a good job this season beating those teams and helping us out. So for the factor of our team is we're hoping for the teams like Swain to win, other non-conference opponents, Christ School to win. Any kind of school, we want them to win.
Well, it's going to be Ian Knepp. No, is it Ian Knepp or is it 20? Yeah, 20. Thought it was 20.
So the scenario, So the scenario is this, and it's really tough, and you hope you make the correct decision. Any coach in the country would say, are you going to let another game dictate if you go to the playoffs, or do you schedule a team that you got to beat out to get to the playoffs, and you beat them to go? And so, tonight, the numbers are going to go all haywire and crazy starting at 8 o'clock tonight. It probably won't end to about midnight because as these teams report their games in the max preps, it goes into the formula. And then once the formula starts, generating these numbers, you'll see go all up and down. So I was telling you earlier, when we were 29th last night, we were watching it, and we went the lowest 32. And we don't want to be 32 because it puts the stress on us. But that's what we're facing.
Talk about the stress that Ian Knepp is under here. Ryan Haley coming in with a 3-2 count, and 2 out and 2 on for West.
Well, there's many kids who can, who can handle this pressure, and there's some who can, or some who can, and some who can't. Ian is a kid with a lot of confidence. He comes in there, he knows what's on the line. He's a sophomore. He's already produced at the plate. He's produced at the field. And this is a very good experience. You're facing the best team in the conference. Kind of see what you've got. He's got good stuff. He has a good live fastball. His curveball breaks pretty well. Now, he's thrown a lot recently, so we're not sure, how his arm completely feels. Could be a little tender because usually with with young guys, they're not, hitting a true strength of a man yet. I'm not trying to down Ian here, but he's still growing. And that's why, a lot of, times in the state, and the state's made rules and the nation's made rules about pitch counts and limiting innings. It's for protection of the arms.
Well, it looks like he is almost done with his warm-up tosses. And we'll get back to action here in the top half of the 3rd inning. It's going to be Truett Manuel. Or check that, Jordan Whitaker still at the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ian Knepp inherits from Ashton White with runners at 1st and 2nd and 2 gone in the inning. Misses inside for ball 4. Loads him up. How to bring to the plate Truett Manuel. First walk issued by Panther pitchers so far in this ball game.
You would really like to see with the with full count, runners in motion, and you're coming in to make your first pitch, probably do a nice inside move to second base. Because typically a lot of runners are going to figure that the pitcher is going to just go straight home. Now, this is a very well-coached team, and so usually you're going to tell your runners, make sure he goes home.
Devry Hernandez now running at first as the first offering Emmanuel is in there for a strike.
I kind of like what Coach Greenwood's doing here. Again, he's limiting his arms. He may need him for tomorrow.
The 0-1. Evens it up.
Some say, well, why are you doing that? Well, if we do play tomorrow, and hopefully we are, you're going to have about 4 or 5 days of rest, maybe 6.
1-1. Hit him. Manuel is hit by a pitch, and that'll play to run as Jake Lindsay comes home to score. And it's now 4-0 West Henderson. That'll bring to the plate Colin Engel, the third baseman for the Falcons. He's a right-handed batter. His bases remain loaded. And there's 2 out. Swings and misses for strike 1.
I know Ian doesn't like the outcome what's happening right now, but man, this is really good experience for him. You know, in the heat of the action as a sophomore coming up here and trying to make pitches.
The 0-1. Nice stop by Davis Anders. Evens it up at a ball and a strike.
I know talking to Coach Phillips, he's planning on bringing a lot of arms in tonight.
3 pitchers so far in 3 innings hit in the air. Center field. Who wants it? McClure and McGuire.
Scary.
It was caught for out number 3. But in the inning, 3 runs come across on 4 hits. And the Falcons now hold a 4-0 advantage as we head to the home half of the third. Stay with us.
Planning a kitchen or bathroom remodel? The first call you need to make is to Anders Custom Woodworking. Tim Anders specializes in custom cabinetry and granite countertops for kitchens, bathrooms, offices, and entertainment centers. From the large kitchens to the smallest bathrooms, Anders Custom Woodworking will make sure your specific needs are met. Give Tim Anders a call at 828-342-4222 for a free estimate today.
We're coming for everyone this year.
Hi, everybody, and welcome in to another night of Franklin Panthers football.
Yes, complete.
It's good to just go out there and win.
Shauna Thunlam and family would like to wish all the best to the Panther teams competing this spring. The mother of an FHS student and a graduate of Franklin High, Shauna has been working almost 22 years for the Clerk of Court's office. On May 17th, vote Lamb for Macon County Clerk of Court.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom half of the third inning. With the Falcons up 4-0. Whitaker takes his final warm-up tosses, and we are just about ready to begin the home half of the third. Tyler Williams will lead things off. Williams, Stiles, and McClure, the bottom of the order for Coach Jared Greenwood, 7, 8, and 9. Panthers have gone 1, 2, 3 in both innings so far at the plate.
You're going to see this pitcher get very aggressive with a 4-run lead with the pitches, so you'll see a lot more fastballs.
Slow roller. Jackson Haida got a field to first. Got him.
Great arms.
6-3 on the putout of Tyler Williams. That'll bring the first baseman, Bradley Stiles, to the plate.
It's pretty much what Coach Corn emphasizes. It's not just pitchers doing long tosses to strengthen their arm and conditioning and the weight room nutrition. He's having all of his players do that, and you're seeing it here in the field.
These two teams met back on April 7th at Mills River. And the Falcons came out with a 12-4 victory.
Bradley doesn't need to do too much with this. The pitcher's going to supply a lot of power with his fastball.
1-0. 2-0.
All he's got to do is just get his hands aside and just get the barrel through the zone, you know, and he'll supply the base hit. Just put your barrel out there and let him do it.
Whitaker.
And it's also good for the fact that, you know, towards the end of the season, you're seeing really dominant pitch, and it's good for us because, you know, whoever we play in the first round will have that same type of ace.
3-0. Caught the inside corner. 3 balls and a strike to Bradley Stiles. Miles McClure on deck. If anybody's able to reach, we'll head to the top of the order. 3-1, swung on and missed. Runs at full, 3-2.
Use the entire field, Bradley. You got to shoot the ball in the right field, find the scoreboard, put the ball in play.
Payoff. Stays alive. Back to the screen. Once again, the payoff pitch. Fouled off at the plate.
He's doing a good job. Looks like he's shortening up a little bit with the bat. Again, we're not trying to hit a 10-run homer. You're just trying to get guys on base. Since the top of the order is coming up really quick, see if we can make something happen.
Strike 3 on the outside corner. 1 gone. Check that. 2 gone. That'll bring Miles McClure to the plate.
Yeah, that pitch was too close to take. You know, your 2 strikes, you got to expand your zone a little bit. Now, you can't look back on the umpire. You're going to have to fight it off and get your pitch. It was a good pitch. Now, looking at Miles here, you know, he's a kid coming with a lot of confidence. He's hitting over 400 in conference for a 9-hitter.
0-1. 0-2 the count to McClure.
But George, he's not your typical 9-hitter. He's not 5 foot nothing, 100 nothing, and runs a 4.4.
0-2. Misses low for ball 1.
Yeah, that, you know, the crowd didn't like that one, but the catcher, you know, went out in the box and pulled that pitch outside.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Miles seen the ball very well.
To the backstop, stays alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You know, we like to see a lot about Miles, what he's done from the beginning of the year to now. I mean, he's keeping that front foot down. He's keeping that shoulder inside. He's working really that backside hip and knee to the ball. That's why he's hitting the ball hard. 400.
2-2. Inside corner, strike 3. 1, 2, 3, go the Panthers. The bottom half of the 3rd inning. Whitaker is setting them up and setting them down. We head to the 4th. It's 4-0. West Henderson back after this. Welcome back. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Falcons with a commanding 4-0 lead. Plated 3 runs back in the third and 1 back in the second. First offering.
Very good pitch.
Just misses for ball 1. Solomon Jinks at the plate.
I think it's 1-1. You get that
1-1.
Yeah, you get that get me over curveball for a strike. A little bit up, but he got the call.
1-1 in there for strike 2.
Man, that is the zone. I tell you what, if I'm Davis, I'm moving out more towards the left-hander's batter's box. There he goes. Nice.
Jinks singled back in that third inning. Plated 3 runs for the Falcons.
That was a good setup by Davis. Now, again, Davis needs to go a few more inches out. Get it off the barrel.
Waiting the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3.
Nice.
It's the first strikeout for Ian Knepp. And there's 1 gone here in the top of the 4th inning. Top of the order we go, and Jackson Lyda, a pair of flyouts. He's 0 for 2.
That was an excellent setup by Davis. I think Davis saw something. You know, the young pitcher's not really going to see it, and Davis really helped Ian get that strikeout, which is really big. We always say 1 out's half the outs. Don't know how the math works, but that's what they say.
Attaboy, good take.
A little bit off the plate there. It was a good pitch. You like to see our pitchers throw a lot more off the plate. It'd be a great idea. So we got a 2-0 count, and we're okay. Top of the order. If we can get through this top unscathed and get deeper into the ball game, and hopefully scratch some runs over, we can make this to a game.
Let's go, Ford.
2-0.
Seen it. Let's go. Seen it.
2 balls and a strike as that one catches the zone on Jackson Lyda, the shortstop.
I like to see a lot of shakeoffs, like intentional shakeoffs.
Good eye.
And George, what I mean by that is, you know, we're going to call a fastball anyway, but we're going to shake our head as a catcher. We want the pitcher to do the same thing. Just kind of get the hitter thinking a little bit, especially in a count where you're behind.
3-1.
Good take.
Catches the top of the zone. Full count, 3-2.
Yeah, the hitters can't be surprised by that because the umpire's been very consistent calling that high strike.
3-2. Hit him. So Jackson Lyda will reach. Was that a walk or a hit by pitch?
I think it's a hit by pitch.
Okay. Put that in the book. Hit by a pitch. Stands at first, does Lyda, and brings Alex Henderson to the plate. Struck out and singled. He's 1 for 2.
This is a key inning. You know, if we can get through this top without giving up any runs and have Ian, I think this will extend Ian further into the game and kind of give Coach Greenwood some options.
First one's fouled off to the backstop. Anderson in the hole, 0-2.
You know, when you're facing against a really good pitcher in Wes Henderson and Jordan Whitaker, you know, now each inning is you got to start scratching over runs. And hopefully your pitching staff, especially right now led by Ian Knepp, is going to throw strikes and keep us in the game.
Let's go, number 2.
Knepp deals low, evens it up, and a ball and a strike.
2,111. What's that on, Mug?
Long look in for Ian Knepp. 1-1, swung on and missed. Ball, 2 strikes to Alex Anderson.
Now that's a good pitch. So a 1-2 counts. Usually, you know, a hitter's going to see a possible breaking pitch, and this is a good chance for a runner to take off. I would just kind of, you know, make a throw over to first base to kind of honor him a little bit. He's taking off right here. He's got a big lead.
1-2.
Nope.
Stays alive.
pitchers need to do a better job holding the runners a little bit. You know, the last thing we need is have Wes Henderson standing on second base with one out in scoring position, which gives, again, Coach Korn options to either put a bunt down, put a hit and run, open the game up a little bit. There it is. Good.
Throw over to first, and he's back safely. That keeps the runner honest over there.
And that was the first throw over the game.
Yeah. Anderson at the plate.
Good chance for him to run.
Runner takes off. Knepp steps off.
Call a timeout.
They're going to send the runner back to first. Hold on. What? There was an out that was just signaled.
So I think the hitter was trying to call timeout, and we were in our delivery, and it may have crossed the umpire up. And sometimes you can't get time when the pitcher's in motion. So, I mean, it's kind of unfortunate right here. The hitter stepped out. And
stepped out of the box.
But as a pitcher, you're always told, no matter what happens, is to deliver the ball. Okay.
They're going to send the runner back to first.
Right, and that's what Coach Greenwood said. He says the hitter called time, stepped out of the box. You got to allow that to happen. You got to call time. Give him the free base. And I think the field umpire is telling him, hey kid, throw the baseball. Don't put us in this bad situation. Now we'll throw over here again because he took off last time.
Runner does not take off. Ball gets away from Anders. Runner at second now. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Alex Anderson.
And he was trying to make a good pitch there. I mean, you're 1 and 2. You're at the top of the order. This is an outstanding, hitter up. And, you don't want to give him a base hit, especially when the runner's taking off. Because if he hits in the gap, it's a run.
2-2 pitch towards Hayes and under his glove into center field. That'll score 1 run. They'll keep the runner at first, but coming all the way around from second is Jackson Haida with a 5th run for the Falcons. It'll be a single for Alex Anderson.
Yeah. And, George, that's tough. I mean, that's why holding runners, you cannot take that lightly, especially when the game is pretty tight. If you got to throw over once, twice, 3 times, the best thing you do, and who cares what the fans say, it's going to frustrate the runner. It's going to change up the momentum, and you can't get a good jump because you're not sure if he's coming over again.
Got to make that first base runner second guess himself. Throw down as the runner takes off again, and it's late.
Yeah. And again, you got a young pitcher on the mound. You're not giving your catcher a chance. We're coming set and we're going straight home. We're coming set, we're going straight home. You've got to stall. You've got to step off. You got to do something to hold that runner tight.
Lindsey at the plate, singled his last time up. He also struck out as that one heads to the backstop, and advancing down to third is Alex Anderson. So the 6th run is just 90 feet away. Now Davis Anders and Ian Knepp going to have a discussion as they walk back to the mound. I think he crossed him up.
Possibly.
A couple of times maybe.
He's probably also telling him to slow down.
Yeah.
Because that one time when he came set, never looked, just went straight, just straight to the catcher. And, maybe he's just telling the young kid, just take a deep breath, relax.
What?
2-0. That one misses. 3-0 the count to Jake Lindsey.
He's got to be very careful here. It's one of their top hitters.
Now a throw over to third, and Plouffe able to block that one and keep it in front of him.
Yeah, they had a shot there. He caught him late in. Plouffe wasn't there in time. That's why I kind of stalled him by making that throw quickly. He had to pull up on it.
Let's go, Jake.
Knepp comes set. 3-0. Ball 4. Runners on the corners with one out. And that's going to bring to the plate Jackson DeChesney. And now it looks like Coach Greenwood going to come walking out of the dugout. What do you think is going to happen here, Ryan Haley?
They're going to pull him. They're going to, they're probably putting Malachi in, I would assume, put knee in at short. May go switch a glove or something. Yep.
So it's going to be Malachi Hayes coming in.
Yeah, as I said earlier in the broadcast, talking to Coach Phillips, everyone's available. We don't want to burn all of our arms. We would have probably started Chris McGuire tonight. That was the hope. But Chris is, dealing with a bad back. So we're not sure if he's completely healthy or not. Yeah. We saw that Friday night at Smoky Mountain at Western Carolina University. Just didn't feel right.
All right, as Malachi will make his warm-up tosses.
George, I'm choking.
Let's take a break. We'll let you get some water, sweet tea, whatever we got over here, and catch your breath. We'll be back right after this.
We are Dalton's Christian Bookstore, North Carolina's largest Christian bookstore. We offer a wide range of gifts and apparel. Children will find a world of fun to explore in our interactive kids section. Dalton's has a huge inventory of Christian literature, including Bibles in all translations. Dalton's, your destination for inspiration.
Welcome back. 5-0. Falcons on top. It's Malachi Hayes now on the mound. Ian Knapp will head back over to the shortstop position that was vacated by Malachi Hayes. Knapp began the game at short. The fourth pitcher used by Jared Greenwood in this one. 1 out, 2 on, runners on the corners for DeShane to step in. He is 2 for 2, pair of singles so far. Hayes comes set. Swung on and missed, and Malachi Hayes is out in front, 0-1.
Yeah, Malachi is probably going to be a future possible starter. I know they like him a lot. They like his arm. Again, another good opportunity for a sophomore to pitch in a big game.
The 0-1. Hit in the air into right center. Backpedaling and hitting the base of the wall. That'll be a double, scoring 1 run. Anderson comes home. He had to hold up at third. Lindsay will head down to third. And Jackson Shane stands at second with a double. That's going to bring to the plate Lucas Korn. Reached out a fielder's choice and struck out. 6-0 Falcons. Want to know the count now to Lucas Korn.
Yeah, it seems like the wheels are kind of falling off a little bit here. It's really tough against a really good team right here to just kind of keep it close.
1-0. 2-0.
When I look up and down their rosters, they have, you got about 9 seniors. You got about 5 juniors. This is a very veteran team with a lot of experience.
2-0. Back to the screen. 2 balls and a strike to Lucas Korn.
And not just being a veteran team, you come from the big conference last year when you're in with TC, and their non-conference opponents are really great teams like TC, and they're competing and they're very veteran.
Low and outside. 3-1 to count.
You know, one of the other top teams they played was Asheville, which Asheville, you know, through the history of its program, you know, Coach Billy Hilliard's really brought that program to prominence.
3-1. In the air. Right field.
Tough.
And going to be a tough play for Miles McClure. He can't make it. The runners had to hold up. They'll play another one as Lindsay scores from third. And DeChesney will head down to third. Lucas Korn will stand at first. Did he get a glove on that? Was that an error?
He did. You know, we talked about that all season, George. You know, that shot to right field, it is the hardest spot on our field to make a play because of the lighting. And it caught Kellen pretty by surprise. Very difficult.
Kellen Stiles now out at right field with all the changes. Haven't wrote it down on my master sheet yet.
So we got first and third situations, one out. Now we got still everybody's playing back. Another tough shot. That's way up above the lights. Kellen's got another chance.
Kellen Stiles camps under it. He'll make the play. Throw in. Will be cut off, and another run comes across. And it's 8-0 Falcons.
Yeah, they're West starting to pull away a little bit. And it's tough. You know, we got a really young team. You know, out there we got 3 sophomores and a freshman. You know, one's on the mound. You know, getting a lot of good experience. And it's very difficult to a team that's very well coached and you know just an older group of kids.
Truett Manuel now will be at the plate. Single was hit by a pitch, and he takes a ball. And the umpire moves out of your camera view so you can actually see home plate now from our center field position. Shifts over. The runners on the corners. That one is low and in the dirt. 2-0 the count. 2 out, 2 on for the Falcons. 4 have come across here in the 4th inning.
Pitch. You know, I know this is a score that we don't want to see, but again, we're getting very valuable game time, game experience for the pitchers and the young hitters, or the young fielders.
2-1 offering. Towards second on a line, going to be caught. The final out. 4 come across for the Falcons in the top of the 4th, and it's now 8-0 West Henderson as we head to break.
Sports Zone is your everyday low-price sporting goods supplier. We have the sports gear every athlete needs to be successful, from cleats, equipment, and protective gear to complete uniform sets. We even offer screen printing, laser engraving, and embroidery, as well as sublimated printing right here in Franklin. Don't race out of town to find the performance gear you need. We've lowered our prices throughout the store to give you the opportunity to shop local and score big. Come see us at Sports Zone.
Welcome back as we head to the home half of the 4th inning. You see a big goose egg in the run column and a big goose egg in the hit column for the Panthers. 8 have come across on 8 hits for the Falcons. Top of the order, going to lead things off Coach Jared Greenwood and his Panthers, and that's Christopher McGuire, center fielder. First time up, he bounced to short. He's 0 for 1. Knepp and Anders will bat here in the home half of the fourth. Senior night, and Christopher McGuire is a senior. And he fisted that one foul. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, you're seeing no hits for us. It's really tough for the fact that, usually you have a pitcher that's this good, throws this hard, those strikes. And you may see him have a lot of strikeouts. So he has 4 right now. We're hitting the ball. We're just hitting right at them.
The 0-1. Well outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Christopher McGuire.
Jordan Whitaker has really settled in. You can just tell by his demeanor on the mound.
In the dirt, 2-1.
Chris has picked up his batting average from the beginning of the season, and he's hit him hard early in the game.
2-1. Misses.
So maybe when the velocity kind of comes down a little bit, maybe our guys have a chance to jump on the fastball, get on base.
3-1. That one misses for ball 4. It's a first base runner for the Panthers. And the first thing that Whitaker has done negative on the mound so far for West Henderson. That's going to bring Ian Knepp to the plate.
There goes the perfect game, George.
No hitter, still intact. Struck out, did Knepp, his first opportunity at the plate.
Big right side is wide open.
Pitch is in there for a strike.
This pitcher for Ian Knepp is, this is the hardest guy he's probably seen in his career. I think he's just trying to get his timing down. He's a first pitch, fastball hitter.
For over, and back safely is McGuire.
So maybe he's a little bit uncomfortable in the box right now, but it's okay. He's adjusting his eyes. He's seeing the pitch as well. He's got quick hands. He should hit the ball hard here.
The 0-1. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Fans, we've got our final regular season broadcast of the 2022 season coming up on Saturday, as that one misses. This is the final baseball broadcast of the 2022 campaign. On Saturday, it's senior night for the girls soccer team. Keep your fingers crossed. 2-1 that they host Cherokee on Saturday, and nothing cancels that ball game. And we'll have it here online, YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. Slated to be a 7 o'clock affair Saturday night. 3-1, misses, ball 4. 2 straight walks for Jordan Whitaker, and 2 are on with nobody out.
Yeah, this is the big inning always for coaches, and usually when a pitcher kind of gives up a hit or a walk, there's Coach Korn, makes sense. He's going to run out there. He's not going to make a change. He shouldn't make a change. He's probably going to just talk him down, say, listen, settle back in, relax. You got an 8-run lead. Don't show no emotion. But again, that's what good coaches do. When he sees something like maybe a little bit of bleeding, he wants to stop the bleed. Now, for us, on the hitter side aspect of it, we got nobody out. We're in the meat of our order. We're down by 8 runs. We got first and second. One thing that we need to do is try to string some hits together, and we have the hitters who's capable of doing that. Malachi is coming up, and you got Davis, at the plate. And this is a really good chance right now. This would be great for Davis, kind of bust out that little bit of funk and get a base hit, score a run, feel good about himself as we head into, deeper into the week and possible playoffs.
Umpire breaks up the meeting on the mound. It's going to be Davis Anders at the plate. Anders struck out his only time up against Jordan Whitaker. The Falcon hurler.
Davis doesn't miss many. He struck out his first at bat.
pops the mid on the outside corner for strike one.
I anticipate here, trying to have a really good at bat. Maybe just want to see where he's at mentally after walking a few hitters, taking a strike, which is common.
The 0-1. A little late. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, I got underneath that a little bit. Again, wherever your hands go in the bat path, the barrel's going to follow. That's why you want to attack the baseball, go inside with the hands.
0-2 pitch. Just misses. Lays off a ball. Does Davis Anders. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, Alex Anderson saw probably what Davis did early in the game, trying to get that further away strike.
1-2 in the dirt. Evens it up.
That's a good layoff by Davis. Usually with the 1-2 count, you're really antsy. Saw that ball bite early, before home plate, laid off. Again, keep it short and simple. You can't win a game trying to hit a 9-run homer right here.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Anders waits. Now throw to second, and back safely is Christopher McGuire. He slides under the tag. Malachi Hayes is on deck. Nobody out of the inning.
Sounds like a pitcher trying to keep a shutout, trying to keep Chris close.
2-2.
Oh, it's tough.
Outside corner, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Davis Anders. That'll bring to the plate Malachi Hayes.
As good as a hitter as you are, Davis does need to understand with 2 strikes, you have got to expand the zone. He's been calling those pitches away and up a little bit. Just fight it off and get your pitch.
Hayes stands in to the left-handed batter's box. Tap to second his only time up, and he takes slow and outside for ball 1.
Now, Malachi can go opposite field here because if you look to the left side of the field, you have a big gap where shortstop usually is at.
Here's the 1-0. 2-0. 1 run in the second for the Falcons. 3 runs in the third, and 4 came across in the fourth inning. Now time is called.
I think Chris has got a bunch of dirt going down his shirt. Maybe his back sore a little bit. But I'm telling you, I would not want to mess around trying to get off the base or off the bag too long. I mean, this catcher, Alex Anderson, has an absolute cannon, and he really loves to show it off. If anybody here in the stands, was just watching the pregame, he's just trying to fire it down there. He wants to show off that cannon he's got there. And, Chris, he's got probably maybe the best speed in the conference or top of one of the best, runners in the conference as far as speed-wise. And we saw it in football. He's absolutely dangerous. Maybe he knows, how far he can get out because he got back in time. But right now, we can't be getting thrown off the bases when we're down.
Looked like McGuire had some dust kicked up in his eyes. He waved off.
Don't get me started on that,
Lynette. She was coming onto the field. That's a little high.
If you guys don't know yet, our field is a dust ball. We're still waiting for a pump to show up to our reservoir so we can get some water in the field. It's parched.
Ball 4. Bases are loaded now.
Go score. Let's go.
Ball gets away.
Whew. What are we doing?
Well, may get the runner heading to third. Run does come home to score. They do get the runner at third.
So what we saw there is the catcher probably didn't realize that was a walk and decided to kind of shoot down behind the runner behind Chris at second base, but air mails in the center field. Chris comes around to score, but again, we got to pay attention to pregame to who has good arms. You got Truitt, Manuel in center field. He's probably got the best arm in the entire conference. He's going to be a big-time D1 player, pitcher. And he threw a cannon back to the catcher. Almost got Chris.
Now at the plate, it's Ashton White.
Ooh.
And he takes a strike. 2 gone in the inning. Runner now at first. White tapped to short his only time up. And that one's low. Evens it up at a ball and a strike.
Yeah, the umpire's not really giving that low call, that low strike call that pitchers love to get. Got to bring it up in the zone. That's where Ashton wants it.
The 1-1. Misses. 2 balls and a strike.
You know, if Coach Corn does pull Jordan here, I'm curious who he's going to bring in because he's got a big matchup versus Tuscola coming up this week.
2-1. Evens it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's really good to see Ashton White not get overmatched by these good velocity, good hard fastballs. You know, he's staying on it. And, I just love his approach this season. It's really outstanding. I complimented him yesterday at practice. It's good to see.
2-2. Runs it full, 3-2.
It's really tough to see that we had to run ourselves off the bases, especially with the pitchers struggling with those strikes now.
Runner takes off. Ball 4. It's the 4th walk in the inning.
That was a great plate appearance by Ashton White. He didn't let the game get too big for him. He took his hacks at good pitches, fouled them off, and we got more base runners. Now we got a freshman up here. It'd be really great to see him get a base hit. He's been scuffling a little bit.
2 on, 2 out as Plouffe will take low for ball 1.
I stand corrected. I don't know why I call Plouffe a freshman. I'm thinking of Tyler Williams. Now Plouffe put a charge in his last at bat towards left center. Had to get Truton manual on the horse.
Whitaker paints the inside corner for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dawson Plouffe. West actually plays Tuscola on Thursday, so even less rest. We'll see how their pitcher strategy continues in this one. It's still the no-hitter's intact. The run has come across. 1-1. 2 balls and a strike to Dawson Plouffe.
Yeah, Jordan Whitaker has lost all command. I mean, walking 4 hitters, you're missing, by a lot. I don't know how often he's been extended this season. Maybe this is the furthest he's been extended.
Well out of the zone. 3 balls and a strike to Plouffe.
Yeah, I think if he does walk him here, I think maybe Coach Corn's going to pull him, kind of protect his arm. You don't want to throw too many pitches in an inning, especially with a young pitcher.
3-1. Ball 4. Bases are loaded after the 5th walk. That is the 66th pitch for Whitaker. We may see the last of Jordan Whitaker. And looks like he will make a pitching change. So we'll tell you who the new pitcher is when we come back in just a few moments. Stay with us.
Planning a kitchen or bathroom remodel? The first call you need to make is to Anders Custom Woodworking. Tim Anders specializes in custom cabinetry and granite countertops for kitchens, bathrooms, offices, and entertainment centers. From the large kitchens to the smallest bathrooms, Anders Custom Woodworking will make sure your specific needs are met. Give Tim Anders a call at 828-342-4222 for a free estimate today.
Shauna Fun Lamb and family would like to wish all the best to the Panther teams competing this spring. The mother of an FHS student and a graduate of Franklin High, Shauna has been working almost 22 years for the Clerk of Court's office. On May 17th, vote Lamb for Macon County Clerk of Court.
Welcome back. We've got a pitching change for the Falcons. The junior Nicky Stanko now on the mound. He is going to face Tyler Williams, who will stand in. The bases loaded. And 2 are out in the inning. Stanko deals inside for ball 1.
So in between innings, watching him throw, has a good 12-6 curveball. Got a good little velocity here, runs a little bit.
1-0 in the air, center field, and it's going to fall for a base hit. 1 run going to come home to score. The windmill at third, issues at second base. 2 runs come across on the first hit off of Falcon pitchers tonight. That'll play 2 runs and make it an 8-3 Falcon lead. Runners remain at first and second.
What a big-time hit by freshman Tyler Williams. Drove in 2 runs, brings it to 8-3. You know, again, you're just trying to get base runners. We ran ourselves off the bases earlier this inning.
It's going to be Styles at the plate. Stanko deals, and it's in the dirt.
All right, now right here, you just saw a first pitch curveball. That was, you know, he kind of spiked that. You got a 5-run lead, 2 outs. This is a really good opportunity if Bradley's really paying attention. Look for that fastball and just stay right through the zone with it.
Stanko deals, and that one is sent foul over the grandstand down the right field line.
You know, we talk about being short and quick. You know, we can't have long swings here. You know, you take that big stride and you kind of bar your arm a little bit. You know, right here, he's got to play like a small hitter. You know, he's a big, strong kid. But right now, let him supply the power. Let's get a ground ball in through the infield.
1-1.
There it is.
That one is sent well into left center. Going to kick to the wall. 1 run comes home to score. Windmill at third. 2 runs come home. It's a bases clearing double for Bradley Styles.
That was probably the biggest hit of his career. You know, we saw the pregame, you know, senior night. What was his biggest moment? I guarantee you he'll probably change that right now. You know, he had that big, huge double, drove in 2 runs, just brought the game within 3 runs. Now we got a shot here.
Well, after being no hit through 3 2/3 of an inning, the bats have come alive here late, aided by walks as McClure stands in, and he takes a strike.
See, the thing with our hitters is, yeah, we just, you know, saw a dominant, you know, Jordan Whitaker on the mound. We've seen a lot of these type of pitchers all season, so I think we're kind of getting comfortable in our wheelhouse.
Here's the 0-1 to McClure. When Goffin came up empty, 0-2 the count.
We don't want to swing at bad pitches. You know, at this point right now, you know, if I'm Miles McClure, I'm just looking for fastball. I'm going to let the spinners go. He hasn't thrown one for a strike.
0-2. In the air, center field. Manuel going to camp under it, and he'll make the play for the final out. But we got a ball game all of a sudden. Panthers will plate 5 runs on 2 hits, and they'll strand a runner. And it's now the Falcons 8 to the Panthers 5 as we had to break. Stay with us.
We're coming for everyone this year.
Hi, everybody, and welcome in to another night of Franklin Panthers football.
Yes, complete.
But it's good to just go out there and win.
back. We head to the bottom. Check that, the top of the 5th inning, as it's going to be Colin Ingle leading things off for the Falcons. Malachi Hayes remains on the bump, and he deals in the dirt for ball 1.
Now, what's uncommon, and that can happen if Coach Greenwood wanted to do it. If the game got tighter, like 8-6, 8-7, you can bring Dawson Plouffe back in.
1-0 in the air. Right field. Styles on a dead sprint, and he's going to make the play. No, he went over his glove, and that'll allow Colin Ingle to reach.
That hurts if you're the pitcher on the mound and you see that. But you also got to feel for Kellen. I mean, just the lighting in right field is just so difficult, especially when you're on the run and you're running hard trying to make that play. I mean, it's killed right fielders in our program for the last 20 years. And he won't be the last.
Solomon Jinks at the plate, and he takes the ball high and tight.
I love where Dawson Plouffe's playing. He's got a lot of confidence. You know, we see Malachi usually play even with the bag or back, but Dawson's on the grass. You know, he wants that ball hit to him, turn that double play real quick.
The 1-0. Got it square round, throw down to first and back safely. It's Colin Ingle. 2-0 the count to Solomon Jinks. Top of the order is on deck, and Jackson Lyda.
That was a good throw by Davis, an excellent throw. I think Bradley just overran back to the bag where he couldn't apply that tag. He had a turn.
2-0. Nice pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Solomon Jinks.
Outstanding. So here, you know, with double play in order, you know, you want your middle infielders kind of be even. You don't want them deep. Kind of play close to the bag, get a quick feed. Lyda can run.
2-1 offering, squares around. Did he go? It clipped the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, for a team that's kind of hit all night, now we're seeing a little the uncanny way of West Henderson baseball. Looks like he's trying to put a bunt down, trying to put pressure on our infielders.
Let's go, Solomon. Let's go. Find a way, kid. I've been there a while. Let's go, Solomon. Let's go.
Runner bluff. 2-2 is outside. Throw down, and he is safe at first.
That's a great throw. Davis is throwing pinpoint shots right there, right in front of the bag. And I think Bradley's just overrunning it a little bit. I don't know if he understands what Davis is trying to do, but he needs to keep that daylight between the runner and the bag to apply that tag. Good shots.
Jackson Lyda now at the plate after the strikeout by Jinks. 1 gone, runner at first. Lyda was hit by a pitch his last time up, and he takes well outside for ball 1.
I like what Malachi's doing here. He's starting to pause a little bit more. He's trying to slow the game down a little bit, trying to freeze the runner. You know, this game's tight. You got to really work on the runner. Maybe throw over here just to show that you notice him.
1-0.
Oh.
2-0.
Now he lost that pitch because I think Davis kind of shuffled his feet out a little bit. If he would have just kind of stayed settled, with a quiet body, I think he would have stole that strike.
2-0. Towards first.
Tag.
3U. Can't get the runner heading to second. Lyda is retired. Henderson will be at the plate. 2 gone. Runner at second now. As Anderson has a pair of singles and a strikeout. He's 2 for 3.
Yeah, Malachi's giving us big work right here for a sophomore. Getting quick outs, top of the order, trying to keep this game close. I'm really curious of what Coach Phillips and Coach Green are going to do, when it gets later in the game.
Now the umpire back in our shot of home plate as the runner is at second. That one is hit pretty well into left field. Williams will make the play just short of the track. The final out. No runs come across. They'll strand a runner with the Falcons. We head to the home half of the fifth. 8-5 West. Back after this.
Wow,
We are Dalton's Christian Bookstore, North Carolina's largest Christian bookstore. We offer a wide range of gifts and apparel. Children will find a world of fun to explore in our interactive kids section. Dalton's has a huge inventory of Christian literature, including Bibles in all translations. Dalton's, your destination for inspiration.
Sport Zone is your everyday low-price sporting goods supplier. We have the sports gear every athlete needs to be successful, from cleats, equipment, and protective gear to complete uniform sets. We even offer screen printing, laser engraving, and embroidery, as well as sublimated printing right here in Franklin. Don't race out of town to find the performance gear you need. We've lowered our prices throughout the store to give you the opportunity to shop local and score big. Come see us at Sport Zone.
We head to the bottom half of the fifth inning. If you tuned away, maybe did the dishes, and then came back on, it was a rout for a while. But the Panthers able to plate 5 runs in the bottom half of the fourth inning. And were no hit up to that inning. And made it a ball game. It was 8-0 at that point as Christopher McGuire leads it off. And he takes a big hack, comes up empty. 0-1 the count.
This situation could not work as good as it's working right now for us.
0-1, and therefore a strike.
And what I'm saying by that is we're at the bottom of the fifth, and we get our top of the order up. So if we string together some hits, we at least have a chance to see this rotation twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe in the seventh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
0-2 in the dirt as Alex Henderson, the catcher, able to block that one. All one.
Chris has got to be very careful. He saw 3 straight curveballs down hard. He just cannot just take hacks. Put the ball in play. You got speed.
Stanko deals. Wants to paint the outside corner. Evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now this is scary. You've seen 4 straight off speed. You know, he may come with a hard fastball in his hands. You got to be quick.
2-2. Fights that one off. Was in his face. It was a just protection at that point. I'm sure he didn't get hit with that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes remains the count to Christopher McGuire. Stanko works quickly. Paints the outside corner for strike 3. 1 gone. That'll bring Ian Knapp to the plate.
We may be seeing a lot of that type of situation that, you know, we're going to go curveball, just trying to get the eye level changed and then bring a fastball when you need it, because then his fastball is going to look even faster when he throws that off-speed pitch from, you know, early in the count.
Knapp struck out and walked. Fouls it off towards the blacktop. Over behind the grandstand. Nice shot there for our center field camera. 0-1 to count to Ian Knapp.
Ian's got to think, what did Chris just see? Just saw a fastball.
0-1. Nasty pitch. 0-2 the count.
This is where your on-deck hitters has got to be paying attention. Got to look for, you know, pitch routine, pitch rotation.
0-2, slow roller to third, and that'll be a foul ball.
So now Ian's in a bad situation for himself. You know, he's seen, you know, good curveballs, fastball. Now he's 0-2, and it's going to be one of those where you're just going to have to really shorten up and just really trust your eyes. And I've heard a lot, trust your hands, trust your hands.
0-2. Misses low for ball one.
This home plate umpire has done an outstanding job tonight. He's been very consistent.
1-2. Popped down the right field line, and it is going to reach the out of bounds area down near the picnic tables.
I'm good. So, George, what I've observed here is I have not seen this pitcher since last inning to now have thrown a lot of back-to-back fastballs. And this is what the hitters have got to pick up on to kind of get the advantage here. So you just threw a fastball, see what he throws here.
Here's the 1-2. That is booted by the third baseman, Engel. That'll be an error, allowing Knepp to reach. That'll bring up Davis Anders, who is due. Pair of strikeouts for Anders.
I hope Davis lays off this first pitch curveball, because that's what we've seen from this pitcher so far on every hitter, and just kind of wait on his fastball. I mean, he can definitely catch up to it. He's got quick hands. Now we have a chance here to make, make a little noise.
Davis sends that one high, but playable in center field. Manuel will camp under it for out number 2.
So far right there, we just saw a first pitch curveball to Davis. We're just hoping he'll just lay off that and get the fastball to get on top of it. Malachi, he's a 4-hitter. He's a good hitter. He's got to be expecting the same thing. I'm going to look for something that looks an unusual spin, and I'm going to lay off it and find the fastball. Because a shot in the gap here can score Ian, even though the outfield arms are really good.
Hayes at the plate. Drew a walk his last time up. One pops the mitt out of the zone. Or Stanko, ball one. 1-0 the count to Malachi Hayes.
And that's okay.
Hayes on the mound now. Sends that one foul.
All right, so this is the first hitter he has gone straight back-to-back fastballs. And he has thrown probably more curveballs since he's been in the game than fastballs, and he just saw 2 fastballs. And he fouled that one off. This is the mentality of hitters have to take.
Nasty pitch again. Ball, 2 strikes.
So the same approach Ian Knepp took here. I mean, this is what Malachi's got to do also. Put the ball in play, shorten up, get the barrel out there.
1-2. I'll run it even at 2-2.
And he better be careful. He just threw a curveball way up in the zone. Does not mean that Malachi is going to expect a fastball. He'll come right back to the curveball again. Be short. Be short with the barrel.
Runs it full, 3-2.
He just did it again. Like we just said, he was going to try a curveball again. You still cannot expect a fastball here, even though that we should be, going on the pitch.
Runner takes off.
There it is.
That is into left field for a base hit. They'll stop the runner at third. Hayes will be limited to a double. 2-out magic for the Panthers with runners on the corners. That's going to bring to the plate Ashton White.
Ashton, right now, if I had to pick one hitter to come to the plate of how they're hitting in the last few games, with the game on the line, runners in scoring position, I want Ashton White up right now. Every at-bat, every plate appearance so far in the last few weeks has just been outstanding. He does not waste pitches. He looks for the pitch he's trying to hit. He's not chasing. He's worked a walk earlier in the game. He's a kid right now, a lot of confidence. You can tell by the way he's walking out there and just getting ready to go. Even his warm-up swings, everything's inside. So this is a really a crucial opportunity. I talked to you about, early in the inning, where we're having 1, 2, 3 starting off at the bottom of the 5th. Because if it doesn't happen now, we still have a chance in the 7th to get those, those hitters back up. And the thing about Ashton is, and I've come to realize this season, is he doesn't let the game get too big for him. He is as calm and as cool as collect as they come so far for our team. And it's really good to see. And right now, this is where he can be big time. He's an all-conference performer. And this is a good chance here to prove against a really good team and a really good pitcher to make some really strong damage right now.
Nicky Stanko remains on the hill after the meeting. White drew a walk, grounded to short. First offering right down Broadway for strike one.
He is frustrated. He was expecting curveball, and he saw a pitch that he wanted to drive was that fastball.
0-1. A little late. 0-2.
That's a good swing. That's a really good swing. Just missed it. He knows. He knows not to do too much with this. Just put the ball in play. Ashton's got great wheels. Got a big right side wide open. This is a great opportunity to hit to the right side.
0-2. Fouled off. Stays alive at the plate.
He's seen a lot of fastballs. Now he's behind the count at 0-2. We really like to see Ashton keep that front shoulder in, let the ball travel just a little bit, and try to really hit to the right side. Let it take off down that right field line.
The 0-2 to the screen. Runners take off. Run comes home to score. Runners advance, and it's 8-6. West Henderson fans, if you just tuned in, at one point it was 8-0 in this ball game. It wasn't too terribly long ago. That was the fourth inning.
That was a great job by Ashton laying off that curveball. Still has a chance to drive in and run here with the base hit.
1-2 pitch. That one's low, evens it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Great job. Great job. He's still got to be mindful. He knows that with 2 outs, there's a base open, that he still can come with an off-speed pitch. Ashton's got to be really quick and short.
2-2. Just misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
That's the thing I was saying about Ashton come to the plate. He has done just an absolute job working these counts. It's just been magnificent.
Payoff pitch. Ball 4. From 0-2 to a walk. Ashton White heads down to first. 2 on with 2 out. That's going to bring Dawson Plouffe to the plate, who began his night on the mound, now at third base.
What a great job by Ashton. Now we got, probably maybe our top power hitter behind Davis with a chance to drive in runs.
First offering is in there for a strike, 0-1 the count.
Looks like Stanko's reversing course. He's starting, with curveballs. Now he's starting fastballs.
0-1. Trying to check his swing, went around. Now the fans getting into it.
Right side's wide open.
0-2 pitch.
Oof.
Just misses. Well, too close to take.
Way too close. And you see, the thing with that, though, is quit trying to always be a pull hitter. Push that ball to right field. Score a run.
1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Dawson's doing a good job. He's working the count. He's seen a lot of pitches from this from Stanko here.
Swung and missed a high heater. And the Panthers will strand 2 runners. 1 run comes across on 1 hit. It was an error by the Falcons. So we head to the top of the 6th. 8-6 Falcons. Stay with us. Welcome back as we head to the top of the 6th inning. All of a sudden, it's a good game here at McConnell Field. Middle part of the West Henderson Falcon order due up here in the home, or the top half of the 6th inning. It's going to be Jake Lindsay, Jackson DeChesney, and Lucas Korn, all slated to bat 2, 3, and 4 in the Falcon order. Lindsay struck out, singled, and drew a walk.
We are here in a pressure situation for the sophomore. Middle of the order here.
Let's go.
First offering is in the dirt for ball 1.
You know, I like that thought there. I mean, Lindsay, he jumps on those first pitch fastballs, and he decided to come in off speed with a breaking pitch. Kind of give him something to think about as a hitter.
High strike. 1-1 the count.
Can't be surprised. He's called that all night. A little bit up maybe, but still he's been very consistent, the home plate umpire, on both sides.
Let's go, Jay. Let's go, bud.
Hayes deals outside for ball 2.
Malachi's going to come here and deliver a really good pitch. Don't want to come fall behind 3-1.
2-1 opportunity. Going inside. Did get the call. 3-1 the count.
Yeah, that is a tough pitch not to get.
Let's go, Jay. Find a way on, Jay. 2-0. Come on, kid. 3-1. Let's go.
Leadoff walk for Jake Lindsay. Runner at first. And that's going to bring Jackson DeShane to the plate. DeShane has had a night. A couple of singles and a double. He's 3 for 3, and here comes Jared Greenwood out of the dugout for a talk with his infield.
Kind of curious what he's thinking here. I think he's going to remind Malachi, this is the situation. We got 2 runs. Got a runner here first. Oh, he's going to make a switch.
So we're going to get another pitching change. This will be the 5th pitcher used by the Panthers.
Kevin Cabe.
And Kevin Cabe comes off the bench to come in and relieve Malachi Hayes. So let's take a break. We'll tell you about Cabe right after this.
Planning a kitchen or bathroom remodel? The first call you need to make is to Anders Custom Woodworking. Tim Anders specializes in custom cabinetry and granite countertops for kitchens, bathrooms, offices, and entertainment centers. From the large kitchens to the smallest bathrooms, Anders Custom Woodworking will make sure your specific needs are met. Give Tim Anders a call at 828-342-4222 for a free estimate today.
Shauna Thunlam and family would like to wish all the best to the Panther teams competing this spring. The mother of an FHS student and a graduate of Franklin High, Shauna has been working almost 22 years for the Clerk of Court's office. On May 17th, vote Lamb for Macon County Clerk of Court.
Welcome back. New pitcher on the mound for the Panthers is Kevin Cabe, the 5th pitcher used by Coach Jared Greenwood tonight. 5 games, 0-1 record. Look at the conference standings. If you just joined us,
Let's go, 5. Stay hot.
West Henderson at the top of the conference. Chance to win the conference with a win tonight. DeShane now stands in to face Kevin Cabe.
Well, what we know with Kevin Cabe here is he's a strike thrower, and we're trying to get a ground ball and get outs that way.
DeShane, a lefty, stands into the left-handed batter's box, and Cabe deals low for ball 1.
Little velocity there. One thing I see in Kevin sometimes, he's got a little hitch, which could get the timing of the hitters off.
There's a first strike from Kevin Cabe. Evens it up at a ball and a strike.
You know, from seeing him all season, you know, he really, really loves to use his fastball. Hopefully he can kind of work both halves of the plate.
1-1. Fouled back.
Go on that 5. Come on, DeShane.
I'm not sure if he'll come with a breaking pitch or something, anything off speed to kind of change the eye level. If he's coming back a fastball, I would love to see Davis really get out to the right-hander's batter's box to really push him out off the plate a little bit. Runner's kind of tight.
1-2. Fouled off.
Again, runs are a premium. You know, I'm not really seeing Kevin kind of look at the runner over there. Yeah, he just needs to really, again, we talk about varying looks and slowing his game up and speeding it up and speeding it down or whatever you want to call it. But
1-2. Jackson DeShane watches it head into the dirt. Ball 2 evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 run came across in the second inning for West, 3 in the third, and 4 in the fourth inning.
That was really good to see there. A little off-speed pitch by Kevin, just showing something.
Here's the 2-2. Fouls it off.
I would not want to come inside on this left-handed hitter. He's a very strong, very outstanding hitter. Got to work away off the plate.
Shane, the cleanup hitter for the Falcons. 2-2 pitch, just misses. Runs it full, 3-2.
All night long, the umpire's not calling that low pitch. Kevin's got to come here with a good pitch. Maybe change the eye level, maybe go up and in on his hands.
Here's the payoff pitch. In the air, left field. And it's going to be in foul territory. Hit the wall. And it'll remain 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jackson and to Shane.
Then we talk about, you know, pitchers and catchers, you know, getting together and maybe do, you know, shake-offs or fake shake-offs. You know, with the type of pitcher that Kevin is, I mean, this would be a good opportunity to do that. Kind of give him a little shake, maybe get this hitter thinking a curveball's coming and maybe come back with his best pitch.
Payoff pitch. Strike 3, wow. Right down Broadway.
Wow, that was the biggest pitch of his life. I'm sorry, that is a truly big pitch. You know, the hitter probably didn't really understand what Kevin does and what his arsenal is. It's a lot of fastballs. He was probably thinking all speed, he got fooled.
Lucas Korn now at the plate.
Come on, Don, stay on, kids, stay on. Attaboy.
Just misses. Ball 1.
Very good pitch. The umpire has not been calling that tonight.
Korn reached on an error, struck out, and reached on a fielder's choice. Kevin Cabe comes set. 1-0. And therefore a strike. Evens it up. Had a ball and a strike to Lucas Korn, the left fielder for the Falcons.
That was an excellent pitch. He's got a little velocity tonight. You know, usually at night, you kind of feel better as a pitcher. I think he's feeling the adrenaline, making good pitches.
Come on, Nye, let's go.
1-1.
Good pitch.
Strike 2.
So, We have a runner on first base who does not look to steal. We have a 1-2 count. You have a hitter who's kind of struggling. Either go up and in or go way away. Try to induce a ground ball here to your shortstop. It's like he's working away here.
1-2. Evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Lucas Korn.
Good job.
Jake Lindsay at first. He led off the inning with a walk.
Let's go, big eye. Let's go, kid. Let's go.
2-2, right up the middle. Base hit. Slow roller. Ended up in center field. First hit off of Kevin Cabe. 2 on with 1 out.
Hey, come on, Nicky.
That's going to bring to the plate Jordan Whitaker. No, it's going to be Stenko now batting, who came in relief of Whitaker. So he will bat for the first time in the game.
Let's go, Stank.
All right, so we got Bradley playing behind the runner at first base. We have Malachi on the grass. We have middle infielder back for the double play depth.
Go, Stank. Go, one.
Strike 1.
So I think Malachi just make sure he's going to read his hands, put the bunt down. One of the things is if he gets the ball down on the third base side, somebody's got to cover third base. Hopefully Kevin Cabe knows what to do there if that does happen.
The 0-1. Squares around, offered at it. 0-2 the count now on Nicky Stanko.
That's called coaching against Coach Korn for all these years, knowing what he does. You see it a lot. And that's the type of coach he is. He knows he's got a scratch insurance runs over. He's going to use this guy to make it happen.
Come on, William.
Runners get their leads. 0-2. Towards third. Booted. Everybody's safe.
He got what he wanted there. He got the ground ball. With Malachi going to his right, that's a tough play. A little pressure with the runner buried down on third base. Oh, that would have been big. Now we have to have we have to have corners infield back for double play. I'm not sure if the runners really have great speed.
Come on, Sam, let's go.
But the play, ground balls to the corners, players going to be at home.
Let's go, Truett.
Truett Manuel at the plate.
No, Truett's got good wheels. Never mind.
Single hit by a pitch. Fouls off the first offering.
You're on it.
So now we know who's up to the plate, and he has really good wheels. I mean, it could be one of those situations we go infield in. 1 run to 2 runs. 1 run's like 2 runs. So we're trying to gun the runner out of home. Tight ball game. I would go infield in.
Let's go, Truett. Let's go, Truett. Let's go.
0-1 in the dirt. Backhanded snag by Davis Sanders. Ball and a strike to Truett Manuel. Last time up at the plate, lined out. It's a second base to end the 4th inning.
It's like we're committed on the double play.
Waiting for 1-1. Popped in the air, left field. Dead sprint for Tyler Williams.
Easy.
He'll make the play, and nobody can advance.
There was another big pitch in his life. Holy cow. You're taking a big-time stud and getting him to pop out for 2 outs. I mean, you got Kevin Cabe. He is absolutely getting the job done here. And here comes the biggest hitter for the season for our pitching staff.
Colin Engel will be at the plate. Drew a walk his last time up. Bases remain loaded, but there's 2 out. Pitch catches the corner.
It's like a little slurve, a little slider, kind of a little movement there. Hopefully, if he did put the ball in play, it'd probably go to second baseman. Right here, we have to eat the ground balls up off our chest. We cannot be afraid of it.
The 0-1 to the screen. That'll score a run. Runners at second and third.
Oh, yeah.
That's tough on Davis. You know, you're back there catching. It's a long inning, and you kind of catchers sometimes, and it happens at every level. They get that brief moment of lapse, figuring you can pick the ball. But, man, right now when every run is so crucial, you got to get that ball off your chest out front. With the base open now Kevin can be very, very picky of where he wants to, for his pitch selection.
1-1.
Get there.
Slow roller, fielded to first. In time for the final out. West does play to run, but they strand 2 base runners. And we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. 9-6 your new score. Stay with us.
Dalton's Christian Bookstore, North Carolina's largest Christian bookstore. We offer a wide range of gifts and apparel. Children will find a world of fun to explore in our interactive kids section. Dalton's has a huge inventory of Christian literature, including Bibles in all translations. Dalton's, your destination for inspiration.
Welcome back, fans, as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's going to be Tyler Williams to lead it off. Coach Jared Greenwood. Panthers trailing 9-6 after West played it a run in the top half of this inning. And that one's in there for a strike to Williams.
I wonder if, the thought process here is maybe get Tyler to base hit bunt the third.
0-1 to the screen, 0-2.
And that's not going to happen now. You got a right-hander who's going to fall off the mound towards the first base side, and you got the third baseman kind of playing middle back. And if you get it down, put pressure on the defense and get a guy on. Oh.
Popped up. That'll reach the seats.
That was not a good swing. That was way above his head. Got a new pitcher in here, Colin Engel. All these guys with good arms.
Just misses.
Looks like Coach Corn's not going to mess around. He's going to bring one of his studs in to just kind of see if he can close it out.
1-2, strike 3. Catches the corner for the first out.
Yeah, that broke off his hip. That was a really tough pitch. Obviously, he was not expecting that. He's been seeing a lot of 12-6 curveballs, but not a sweeper.
It's going to be Bradley Stiles at the plate. Stiles doubled his last time up. That was the big blow in that 5-run fourth, and we're getting bombed here. My goodness, what the heck was that?
So, George, are we at Shea Stadium?
Mike, I've been here for 13 years doing games, and I don't think we've ever had a flyover. My goodness.
It's like LaGuardia.
0-1 chases him out of there. Strike 2.
He is bringing a very nasty curveball. We don't know what to do with it. This pitcher's coming with a closer mentality. Very tough. Just got to stay in on it and let it hit you.
The 0-2. Inside. Ball 1.
It's like the pitcher can't see the signals from the catcher. Just told him, I can't see what you're doing. I'm just going to throw it hard. Probably do signs, probably off the knee, and nope, he's going to give him the signs here.
Well, Engel has come in and is mowing them down. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah, it's knee buckling. Basically, when the pitch is coming off your hip, your natural reaction is kind of back out, but then when you see it come back over the plate, then you stretch and reach out, and it makes for an ugly swing. If you understand what he's throwing here, you just got to stay on it. Stay on it. If it hits you, it hits you.
McClure at the plate. 0-1 to count.
And that's good right there. You saw Miles, stay in the box. He did not want to hit that first pitch curveball. Wants the fastball.
One just a little bit low for ball 1.
Can't yell at the umpire for that, fans. I mean, he's doing it for both teams all night long.
Consistent strike zone. That's all you ask for. 1-1. Swung on and missed. Top of the order, and Christopher McGuire is on deck. 2 out in the inning, though. 1-2. In the air. Into right field, base hit.
So, as I said before with Bradley Stiles, how he kind of bailed on that, because, naturally you're going to do that. Miles didn't phase him. He stayed in the box. He waited for the break. Threw the barrel down top of the ball, hands inside the ball. And this is what you're going to get. See, when you're not, if you're on deck or in the hole, you have got to watch what our hitters are doing and what the pitcher is throwing for his mix. And, he's mixing, back and forth. Fastball, slider, fastball, slider.
McClure at first as McGuire stands in and takes a strike. 0-1 the count to the leadoff hitter and Christopher McGuire.
I know it may sound strange, but you may want to send Miles here.
0-1. 0-2 the count.
The reason you send Miles, if you throw him out, that's fine. You have Chris coming up leading off in the bottom of the 7th. If it gets on, base hit, you may scratch over a run.
0-2. Overthrew that one.
Yeah.
Ball 2 strikes.
You really want to have Chris lead off the inning. I would try to send Miles here, see if he gets a stolen base.
Let's go, Caps.
1-2. 3 strikeout to the inning, sandwiched between a double, or check that, a single by Miles McClure. Panthers strand a runner. We head to the top of the 7th. The Falcons up 9-6. Stay with us. Top of the 7th, 9-6. West Henderson, 9-1 and 2 in the order for the Falcons to bat. It's going to be Jinx, Lyda, and Anderson. Jinx has a pair of strikeouts and a single. He's 1 for 3. And it looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter.
Leading off for the Falcons here in the 7th is number 7.
Be Devry Hernandez. That's going to bat in the non-hole. So Hernandez, the right-handed batter, will wait for Kevin Cave to deliver the first pitch here in the 7th. Taps it to third, and it's going to be a foul ball as Hayes goes over and puts his glove on it in foul territory.
Kevin's doing a good job throwing strikes, getting the ground ball here. I think Davis is probably going to go and talk to him and say, hey, let's kind of mix it up a little bit. You know, don't be too fine. Just be aggressive. You know, we talked about it earlier in the game. You know, our defense has really improved from the beginning of the season to now. You know, give your infield a chance.
Let's go, Dev.
The 0-1. 0-2 the count. That one heads over the grandstand down the right field line. Fans, tomorrow night the season will conclude, the regular season at least. Still hopes for a possible playoff berth for the Panthers. 6 o'clock here at McConnell Field. The Panthers will be hosting North Buncombe. That game just added last Friday. 0-2. Hit him. Hernandez is hit by a pitch, and he'll head down to first.
I think he tried to offer a breaking pitch. Obviously, it didn't come out, out front of him as he's delivering the ball. Just hit him right in the head. You know, come with your best pitches. You know, if you're not going to have a good breaking pitch tonight, at least work the plate. You know, work a 4-seam, 2-seam fastball, get a little bit of movement. That's how you can dominate and win.
Jackson Lyda now stands in. A lot of left-handed batters in the Falcon order. Gets away. That'll advance the runner down to second. 1-0 the count to Jackson Lyda.
George, is tough being a catcher for long games. It wears on you.
And you've had to catch 5 different pitchers, too. It does wear on you, mentally and physically.
I mean, we're through 7 with 2.5-hour ball game.
1-0.
I think we have a new species of bird out here in the stands.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Maybe it's the Joker. I don't know.
The dodo bird.
The next question is, will our batteries last the full game? That's the million-dollar question. The 2-0 catches the corner. 2 balls and a strike. I actually have 2 batteries on each camera. One for a transmitter and one for the actual camera, so there's 2 points of failure.
Right.
We'll see if they last. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed.
Good. Let's go, Forrest. Shorten up right here.
You know, we're not working the runner at second base. You know, rolling down by 3. You get a left-handed hitter, usually typically pull. We see our second baseman work on the runner. You may want to see your shortstop kind of move him and kind of push him back.
Runner at second, nobody out.
Go, Jack. Go, kid.
2-2 to Lyda. Misses. 3-2.
You know, your third base coach usually is communicating with the runner at second base, and you know, if we got nobody really working him, you know, we're going to hear more to kind of get him off the bag a little bit.
3-2 pitch.
Good job.
Ball gets away, and the runner advances down to third.
And that's tough because when you have a runner at second base getting a good secondary lead and he sees the ball, he's getting that really good lead pretty much halfway. And when that ball goes down, he's ringing in the dirt and he's getting third base. It's very difficult. Now we got a first and third situation with nobody out. You know, Kevin's laboring a little bit. You know, he really doesn't get extended too long in games. You usually get a good inning or maybe 2 out of him, or maybe you have a, situational righty on righty.
Going to get a pitching change.
Now we got Braxton Meyer-Knipple coming in, veteran pitcher, senior. Again, he has a good mix of pitches. Just consistency's been hounding him. Good live running fastball, good 12-6 curveball.
He's appeared in 4 games. Does have, because of the limited action, a high ERA. Comes in a tough situation. The sixth pitcher used by Jared Greenwood while he makes his final warm-up tosses. We talked about that game tomorrow. Here's the complete schedule, and you see all those cancellations on screen. If they hadn't added the game tomorrow, and hopefully the game has been able to be played, even though there's some rain in the forecast, he'll have played 17 games. If not, but just 16 games played. Good thing about that, and you talked about it earlier, even though we're going on the 3-hour mark.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier, Ryan, about the playoff scenarios and the winning percentage. You don't have to actually play a certain number of ball games, but that winning percentage and the winning percentage of your opponents plays a major factor.
Right. So
for at-large bids.
It does. You want to win games, obviously, but your wins have got to be against good teams because your opponent's winning percentage matters a lot. That's the most important factor. And then your opponent's winning percentage against their opponents matter. So the state is really trying to crack down on that. They want to see teams play against equal competitors and not just, taking some random team that's probably barely fielding a baseball team and beating them up for 21 runs.
It's going to be Alex Anderson, the first batter that Meyer-Knipple will face. A couple of singles. Happened back in the 3rd and 4th inning. Struck out in the 1st and flied out back in the 4th inning.
Yeah, for Braxton right here, it's all about his release point.
Here's the 1-0.
That's a good pitch.
Evens it up, add a ball and a strike.
For a lot of pitchers, and I've talked to a few people today about, why do major league hitters everything's so pinpoint? Because they work on it. They work on simulating the exact same delivery and release point at every single pitch. And it's something that a lot of these gun guys got to work on.
1-1. This is 2-1.
It's the same thing that's been plaguing Braxton a little bit. His glove hand side is really pulling down instead of staying upright. If it pulls down, his arm is leaking.
Swung on, missed. Evens it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Anderson.
And that's a perfect delivery right there. He kept everything tight out front. He was able to get a good arm action coming around. He's going to replicate that.
Now, you're going to try to get the runner in a rundown, and the run from 3rd will score. That'll be the 10th run by West Henderson. The old trick fooled him.
Yeah, so we used to run that a lot. If a lot of you, Franklin fans remember Jeff Graham, we used to work on that 1st and 3rd to where we send the runner at first base to pretty much get caught in a rundown. A lot of times young pitchers, they panic, and the runner on 3rd is going to read it. If he sees the back of the pitcher, he takes off home.
2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1 gone. That'll bring to the plate Jake Lindsay. Lindsay, a victim of a strikeout way back in the 1st inning, singled and has walked twice in the ball game. Runner remains at 2nd after the run crosses the plate for the 10th time in the ball game for the Falcons. Another left-handed batter in Lindsay.
I was always coached, George, that when I played, our college coach always says, if I ever see you get off the mound and you're chasing a runner, I'm going to shoot you. And
1-0 is well outside.
And the reasoning is you're giving up to the athletes now. Now, George, I was an athlete, so I don't know what my college coach is telling me, but I get what he's saying. You want to give it up, you go follow your throw. And the reason why you give it up, and I'll tell you why here in a second.
2-0. Swung on and missed.
If you spin and turn off, let's say he throws it to Ashton. So Ashton will receive the ball, and he will be able to see the runner in his sight. So when he catches it, he can determine to make a throw back to home or keep the runner in a rundown.
2-1 offering, hits him.
And so every time a pitcher gets caught in the first and third, and the runner gets caught, into a rundown, and he spins off, and he starts leaving the mound, and you see his back, that's when the runner wants to go score. So these are the little things that we always got to work on for all pitchers in all situations. You can't just work on it with your number one, your number two, or your closer. Every pitcher could be in any situation where that could happen.
2 hit by pitches in the inning, and a walk at the plate now. It's Jackson DeChesney, and he takes a strike.
And that's what Braxton gives you. He has good stuff. He has a good mix of pitches. It's all about his release point.
Waiting the 0-1. Catches the outside corner for strike 2. And we're officially past 10 o'clock now.
Yeah,
thanks for staying up with us.
Past my bedtime, George.
On a school night. The 0-2 misses. Ball, 2 strikes.
Pitching and hitting is very similar. When you're a hitter, you want to keep your front side closed and throw with your hit with your backside, strong backside. Pitching is the exact same thing.
1-2.
There it is.
Strike 3. Caught him looking.
When Braxton keeps that front shoulder closed and keeps that front hip closed, and he's allowed to have his backside, his arm side come through, he's an outstanding pitcher.
Isaac Johnson now will bat. And there's 2 gone in the inning. Runners remain at first and second.
That's another good pitch. He's kind of feeling it. He's getting good delivery, good mechanics here.
Run from Meyer Knipple, sliced foul down the right field line.
A little too much at the plate there. So you have a 0-2 count. One thing we do want to see here is maybe backdoor him. Do not throw it over the plate. Give him a chance to hit. Got a new hitter up. Maybe throw a fastball either up and in or way off the plate. See if he chases.
Isaac Johnson, a junior, first opportunity at the dish tonight for the Falcons with a 4-run lead. The 0-2. Doesn't chase. Ball, 2 strikes.
Very close, very close. Almost hit his good spot there. He's been calling that call all night long. Was a little bit too up. Let's see if they'll have a curveball here. Tight. Backdoor.
1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That'll retire the side here in the top half of the 7th inning. So we head to the bottom half of the 7th. And the Falcons up 4, 10-6. Stay with us.
Shauna Thunlam and family would like to wish all the best to the Panther teams competing this spring. The mother of an FHS student and a graduate of Franklin High, Shauna has been working almost 22 years for the Clerk of Court's office. On May 17th, vote Lamb for Macon County Clerk of Court.
Planning a kitchen or bathroom remodel? The first call you need to make is to Anders Custom Woodworking. Tim Anders specializes in custom cabinetry and granite countertops for kitchens, bathrooms, offices, and entertainment centers. From the large kitchens to the smallest bathrooms, Anders Custom Woodworking will make sure your specific needs are met. Give Tim Anders a call at 828-342-4222 for a free estimate today.
Welcome back, fans. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. New pitcher on the mound for the Falcons. It is Truett Manuel. Came in from his center field position, and he's been throwing some heat in the pregame between innings.
Yeah, let me explain to you what's going on here, because Wes Henderson is going to be playing Tuscola later this week on Thursday, which is 2 days away, and you may be thinking, well, why is he throwing right now? For this game. Well, typically a lot of pitchers in between starts will get like what is a bullpen, and so right now he's getting what is a bullpen, and he also wants to make sure he closes this game out to ensure a conference championship.
Leading things off, it's going to be Ian Knapp for the Panthers. Squares around, bunts down the first base line. Going to be fielded by the first baseman, Lindsay, and it takes it to the bag. Route number 1, 1 pitch, 1 out for Truett Manuel. Brings Davis Anders to the plate.
So Truett Manuel is a sophomore. There's been a lot of reports out there that he's been hitting 90, 91, 92. Everything about him is absolutely legitimate. Good body, 6'1", 190. He's a workout warrior, coachable. Throws very well.
And Anders takes low and away for ball 1.
It's really nice to see a special talent on the mound.
Ball 1 strike to Anders.
For a lot of these guys who aspire to play college baseball, if you want to play college baseball, you're going to see a lot of these guys day in and day out.
Ball 2 strikes now to Anders. Last time up at the dish, Anders flying to center. He's 0 for 3. 1-2 pitch. Lays off the high heat. Evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a setup pitch, so I expected a curveball coming right here. Let's see, there's a shake off. There's a little shake. Here we go.
2-2.
Yep.
Strike 3. Caught him looking. 2 gone.
Catcher put down a number 2, old Uncle Charlie, and he shook it off. He says, you know what? I have a 9-mile-an-hour fastball. I'm going to use it.
It's going to bring Malachi Hayes to the plate, the final hope for the Panthers here at the bottom of the 7th inning.
Let's go, Ted.
Malachi got to send it back foul behind us towards the soccer field.
And right there is where you see the talent of Malachi. He's on top of that, just missed it. Velocity's not going to phase him. He has really good hands, really good eyes.
The 0-1. 0-2 the count to Hayes.
Pitcher of this caliber is not going to want to throw a curveball for strike 3. I think Malachi needs to be sitting dead red fastball.
Malachi sends it into center field, and that's going to do it. West Henderson Falcons win 10-6, and they can celebrate a conference championship in the Mountain 7 Conference. 2022 conference champions as they push their mark to 18-3 overall and 10-1 in the Mountain 7 Conference. Conference champions. Doesn't matter what happens on Thursday against Tuscola. For West Henderson, win or lose, they've got the number 1 slot out of the Mountain 7 Conference as both teams will shake hands. Panthers have one more game coming up tomorrow against North Buncombe. Both those two teams playing for their playoff lives. Still an outside shot for both the Blackhawks and the Panthers to get an at-large bid. 10-6 the final. Want to thank our pinch hitting camera crew tonight. Gavin out in center field is one of our camera folks. I'm not sure about your other names. I'm sorry. I wish you could have gotten your names. Did a fantastic job. I know Christine, she's been with us throughout the season, and she was on a camera for us tonight. Ryan Haley, it's been a pleasure.
George, I appreciate it. Hope you don't fire me when the season's over.
No, there's no firing around here. We need all the help we can get. For Clinton Taylor, executive producer, I'm George Young. Till next time, so long, everybody.
We are Dalton's Christian Bookstore, North Carolina's largest Christian